Welcome back to Empowerment Library. In our last video, we explored the timeless financial wisdom of the richest man in Babylon, where we learned how ancient principles can guide us toward lasting wealth and financial freedom. Today, we shift gears from money to mindset with Think Again by Adam Grant, a powerful book that challenges us to question what we know, embrace doubt, and rethink our beliefs to grow personally and professionally. If you're ready to upgrade not just your wallet but your thinking, this video is for you.
Introduction: Think Again by Adam Grant. Think Again by Adam Grant is a groundbreaking book that challenges the way we approach knowledge, beliefs, and decision-making. Instead of valuing intelligence as the ability to think fast or hold strong opinions, Grant teaches that real success comes from the courage to rethink, unlearn, and adapt. Drawing on psychology, case studies, and real-world examples, the book emphasizes that staying open-minded, asking questions, and being flexible are essential skills in today's fast-changing world. Whether you're a student, leader, entrepreneur, or lifelong learner, Think Again is a powerful guide to help you grow by changing the way you think.
Part 1: Individual Rethinking. In this section, Adam Grant explores how our own thinking habits can limit growth. He challenges us to stop acting like preachers, defending beliefs, prosecutors, attacking others, or politicians, seeking approval, and instead think like scientists, open to new ideas and evidence. Individual rethinking is about recognizing our blind spots, embracing doubt, and learning to find joy in being wrong. This mindset shift helps us stay curious, flexible, and better equipped to make smarter decisions in a changing world. Chapter 1: A Preacher, a Prosecutor, a Politician, and a Scientist. In this opening chapter, Adam Grant introduces four mindsets we often adopt while thinking: preacher, prosecutor, politician, and scientist. As preachers, we defend our beliefs; as prosecutors, we attack others' views; and as politicians, we seek approval rather than truth. These roles trap us in mental rigidity and confirmation bias. Instead, Grant urges us to adopt the scientist mindset, to stay curious, test assumptions, seek truth, and be willing to change our mind. Scientists don't view being wrong as failure but as progress. This mindset fosters intellectual humility and growth. Grant supports this with real-world examples, showing how success comes not from always being right, but from rethinking and evolving. The chapter sets the foundation for rethinking as a lifelong skill. Chapter 2: The Armchair Quarterback and the Imposter. In Chapter 2, Adam Grant explores the contrast between two common mindsets: overconfidence, the armchair quarterback, and self-doubt, the imposter syndrome. The armchair quarterback feels certain without true expertise, often making bold claims without evidence. In contrast, those with imposter syndrome question their abilities, even when competent. Surprisingly, Grant argues that a healthy dose of doubt can be powerful. It encourages learning, reflection, and growth. The key is to avoid paralyzing self-doubt while maintaining enough humility to keep rethinking. Confidence and humility, when balanced, allow us to act decisively without becoming mentally rigid. This chapter shows that the most effective thinkers are neither blindly confident nor endlessly uncertain, but reflective and adaptable. Chapter 3: The Joy of Being Wrong. In Chapter 3, Adam Grant challenges the fear and discomfort many people feel about being wrong. He explains that admitting mistakes isn't a weakness, it's a strength and a sign of intellectual maturity. The chapter emphasizes that learning begins where certainty ends, and the ability to rethink is more important than being right. Grant encourages us to detach our identity from our ideas, so we don't take correction personally. Embracing the joy of being wrong allows us to update our beliefs, grow smarter, and make better decisions. He illustrates this with examples of successful people who change their minds often. This mindset not only improves self-awareness but fosters more respectful and productive conversations. The chapter teaches that being wrong isn't failure, it's a step toward getting things right. Chapter 4: The Good Fight Club. In Chapter 4, Adam Grant explores the power of constructive conflict and why disagreeing well can lead to better thinking. He introduces the idea of the Good Fight Club, teams and relationships where respectful disagreement is encouraged, not avoided. Rather than surrounding ourselves with people who always agree, we grow more when we engage with those who challenge our ideas. Grant explains that healthy debate sharpens our reasoning and exposes blind spots. However, the goal isn't to win arguments, it's to seek truth together. He provides examples from successful companies and relationships where open, honest dialogue leads to smarter decisions. This chapter teaches that the best ideas often emerge not from harmony, but from well-managed intellectual tension.
Part 2. Interpersonal Rethinking. In this section, Adam Grant shifts the focus from rethinking our own beliefs to helping others rethink theirs. Interpersonal rethinking explores how to navigate disagreements, influence minds, and encourage meaningful dialogue, without conflict or pressure. Instead of arguing to win, Grant shows how empathy, curiosity, and listening can open people up to new perspectives. By becoming better communicators and more thoughtful listeners, we can create conversations that inspire change rather than resistance. Chapter 5. Dances with Foes. In Chapter 5, Adam Grant explores how to handle disagreements and persuade others without creating defensiveness. He emphasizes that arguing rarely changes minds, but asking questions and showing empathy often does. Grant encourages us to approach conflict like a dance, not a battle, moving with the other person instead of against them. He shares techniques like motivational interviewing, where instead of telling people what to think, you help them find their own reasons to change. The goal is not to dominate but to guide reflection and curiosity. By listening deeply and avoiding attacks, we can shift from confrontation to connection. This chapter teaches that influence grows through humility and dialogue, not force or logic alone. Chapter 6. Bad Blood on the Diamond. In Chapter 6, Adam Grant uses the story of a long-standing baseball feud to show how deep divisions and grudges can be resolved through rethinking. The chapter explores how identity, pride, and past conflicts often block people from changing their views or reconciling differences. Grant explains that by focusing on shared goals and human connection, people can overcome even intense disagreements. He highlights the importance of emotional intelligence, acknowledging pain, and offering sincere apologies when needed. The story reveals that resolution comes not from proving who was right or wrong, but from rebuilding trust and understanding. This chapter teaches that in both personal and professional relationships, healing and progress start with empathy and openness to rethinking the past. Chapter 7. Vaccine Whisperers and Mild-Mannered Interrogators. In Chapter 7, Adam Grant explores how to persuade people who are deeply resistant to changing their minds, like vaccine skeptics or conspiracy believers. He introduces the concept of vaccine whisperers, experts who don't argue or lecture, but instead use gentle questioning, empathy, and patience to open minds. Similarly, mild-mannered interrogators listen more than they speak, helping others reflect rather than react. Grant emphasizes that aggression triggers resistance, while curiosity builds connection. The chapter shows that psychological safety and respect are crucial for influence. By staying calm, asking thoughtful questions, and avoiding pressure, we create space for others to rethink their beliefs. The key takeaway: real persuasion isn't about pushing harder, it's about listening smarter.
Part 3. Collective Rethinking. In this section, Adam Grant focuses on how groups, organizations, and cultures can foster a mindset of continuous learning and improvement. While individuals may be willing to rethink, many teams and institutions resist change due to tradition, hierarchy, or fear of being wrong. Collective rethinking explores how to build environments where curiosity is encouraged, questions are welcomed, and old systems are challenged. Grant offers insights into how leaders can create psychological safety, promote innovation, and make rethinking a shared habit, not just a personal one. Chapter 8. Charged Conversations. In Chapter 8, Adam Grant dives into the art of having difficult and emotionally charged conversations, especially on topics like politics, race, and values. He explains that most people avoid these discussions out of fear of conflict or discomfort. But silence can deepen divides. Grant emphasizes the importance of approaching these conversations with respect, humility, and curiosity, rather than trying to win or preach. He offers strategies like finding common ground, listening to understand, and acknowledging emotions without judgment. When handled well, such conversations don't have to divide us, they can actually bring people closer and create deeper understanding. The chapter teaches that growth happens when we lean into discomfort and rethink how we communicate about what matters most. Chapter 9: Rewriting the Textbook. In Chapter 9, Adam Grant explores how education systems can either limit or liberate our ability to rethink. He criticizes traditional learning models that emphasize memorization over curiosity, where students are taught to find the right answer instead of asking the right questions. Grant shares examples of innovative educators who encourage students to challenge assumptions, think critically, and embrace uncertainty. He argues that classrooms should be places of exploration, not indoctrination. When teachers model humility and show that it's okay not to have all the answers, students feel empowered to think for themselves. This chapter shows that real education isn't about feeding answers, it's about fueling inquiry and building the habit of lifelong rethinking. Chapter 10: That's Not the Way We've Always Done It. In Chapter 10, Adam Grant tackles the resistance to change that often comes from the mindset of tradition, doing things a certain way simply because they've always been done that way. He highlights how successful organizations and leaders constantly challenge the status quo, adapt to new information, and encourage fresh ideas. Grant shares real-world examples of companies that failed by clinging to outdated methods, and others that thrived by promoting a culture of flexibility and feedback. He stresses the importance of building systems that reward curiosity, experimentation, and even failure. This chapter is a powerful reminder that long-term success depends not on preserving habits, but on rethinking them regularly.
Part 4: Conclusion Actions for Impact. In the final section of Think Again, Adam Grant turns ideas into action. He offers practical tools to help individuals, teams, and organizations make rethinking a daily habit. This part isn't just about understanding the value of rethinking, it's about living it. Grant provides strategies for embracing feedback, creating environments that welcome disagreement, and staying open to change. The goal is to make rethinking not a rare event but a consistent mindset, one that leads to smarter choices, stronger relationships, and lasting success. Chapter 11: Escaping Tunnel Vision. In the final chapter, Adam Grant explores how tunnel vision, the tendency to focus narrowly on one goal or belief, can limit growth and innovation. He explains that while focus is important, overcommitment to one idea can blind us to better options or needed change. Grant introduces ways to stay open-minded even while pursuing clear goals, such as periodic reflection, seeking diverse input, and practicing mental flexibility. He emphasizes that success isn't just about persistence. It's also about knowing when to pivot. This chapter encourages us to regularly question what we're doing, why we're doing it, and whether it still makes sense. In a fast-changing world, those who succeed are not the most stubborn, but the most willing to rethink and adapt.
Conclusion: Think Again leaves us with a powerful message. In a world that constantly changes, our ability to rethink, unlearn, and adapt is more important than ever. Whether it's challenging personal beliefs, having better conversations, or building open-minded organizations, the key to progress lies in staying curious and humble. Adam Grant reminds us that strength isn't about always being right, it's about being willing to change when new ideas or evidence emerge. By thinking like scientists, listening with empathy, and letting go of ego, we can make smarter decisions and build better lives. Rethinking is not a weakness, it's a superpower. Let this book inspire you to question, explore, and grow every single day.
Thank you for watching this summary of Think Again by Adam Grant, here on Empowerment Library. If this video inspired you to question more and grow smarter, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more powerful book summaries. In our next video, we'll explore Finish What You Start, a practical guide to beating procrastination, building focus, and developing the discipline to follow through. Until then, keep rethinking, keep learning, and keep empowering yourself one book at a time.